Welcome to the Prophecy Club. Our topic today is 5 new signs that massive arrests are close. Now, I actually have more like 10 or 11 signs, but I thought that would just sound like too much. So I'm just going to say at least 5 new signs. And before I get started, let me just say it's summer, it's our summer slump. Prophecy Club is in a financial jam. Happens every summer. But if God has blessed you and you could help us, now would be a really, really good time. Okay, so what I'm going to do first here is a brief, heavy on the word brief, review, because I may be catching someone that is new to the program, and I want to let them know what's going on. But it's only going to be a brief review. Then I'm going to show you some signs I think are saying these massive arrests may be really close. Okay, so first, the brief review. Now, again, I'm just going to cover this briefly. If you're new to us, I've made a lot of different programs talking on this. Just go to Prophecy Club, the YouTube, go to the little search area there, type in massive arrests, and you'll see a lot of them. Okay, so here's the review. First of all, prophecies say that there's going to be massive arrests. Jason Meeks saw that there would be a currency of change and then a bunch of arrests. Jack Rigney saw Army tanks going down Pennsylvania Avenue, going into Washington, D.C., and cleaning house. Mark Taylor, many prophecies, same thing. Matter of fact, it's a total of 8 prophecies about massive arrests. The next thing that really started this was December 20, 2017, with Executive Order 13818. Also, Trump has said it's going to happen. 11/11/2019, speaking to a group of reporters before he got on the helicopter. March 9, 2021, I heard massive arrests, massive arrests. August 27, 2024, in an interview, Donald Trump said that these people got to be arrested. September 9/7 of 2024, at a rally in Mosinee, Wisconsin, he said it again, many times. So that's your review. We've covered this many times. I have 38 prophecies saying that there's going to be suitcase nukes go off in America, roughly 35 of them. 17 prophecies say there will be a meteor causing a tsunami and an earthquake. 17 say a massive food shortage is coming. 13 say the dollar is going to fall. 8 say there's going to be massive arrests. 7 says that one day Russia will attack America in a surprise nuclear attack and destroy us in 1 hour. But these are the 2 we're talking about today. Okay, so let me show you the new signs. These are all just in the month of August, okay? This is not old stuff. At the end, I've got a couple of old ones, but most of them are all in August. Matter of fact, most of them in the last 10 days. Okay, so everybody's heard about this now. Breaking, Senate Homeland Security Committee passes Fauci contempt resolution. Rand Paul to immediately send a resolution to the Department of Justice to indict Fauci. Why haven't a lot of these people already been arrested? Fauci being one of them. Could it be that there's actually a plan, a timing plan to it? Watch and see. Now, let's talk about voter fraud. This is all August 2026. This is not old stuff. This is new. Stunning new evidence reveals 68 cities where Dem-funded GBI strategies sent over 104 packages filled with voter registrations. Muskegon was only where they were caught. Now, my guess is, I can't prove what I'm about to say, but my guess is they've actually caught a lot of people, and their names are a part of those roundup lists. Their names are in sealed indictments, and one day, at exactly the right time, they will be rounded up, arrested, but they won't be tried in civil courts. They'll be tried in military tribunals. Breaking. Newly declassified FBI files reveal massive Maricopa voter data breach, 633,000 records, but No one was prosecuted. And now what I want to call your attention to is those last words. But no one was prosecuted. Could it be their name is actually on that list? Could it be that they have sealed indictments, that they just aren't ready to arrest the people because they're afraid that they're going to run? Look, if you start seeing people that you were dirty with getting arrested, it makes you want to run and hide in a crack or another country too. So they're waiting until they get everything ready. Then they'll flip the light on and catch all of the cockroaches all at once. Vance. Federal government has identified $230 billion in fraud. Okay, so Vance now has been appointed as the leader of this new fraud group, and he is going after them. Not just him, but a whole team of people. Could it be that that's the reason the list of sealed indictments keeps going up and up and up? Almost 700,000 now sealed indictments? I think so. I think all of this is saying it's getting close. Voter files in Arizona's largest county illegally obtained in 2020, records show. Truth be known, there's a lot of it. Now, I'm going to say something else. I recall, just off the top of my head, back in one of our other programs, where for the election between Trump and Clinton, the time he lost, they had actually printed many of the ballots with a special hidden watermark so that they would be able to tell the real ballots from the fraudulent ballots. We never heard much about that. My guess is they actually did something about it, and there's a whole bunch of people that are going to be arrested for voter fraud, which is actually pretty serious, okay? And I also think it's strange that we can't seem to get the Save America Act, which is cleaning out our rolls, and it is removing the illegals and making voter ID. I think it's funny that Mamdani, Kami Mamdani, wants to have ID, proof of citizenship for New York in order to go into his free citywide grocery stores, but he didn't want to have voter ID, you see, so they're cheating. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Now let's talk about government corruption. Exclusive from Burger King to governor's office, the curious rise of Katie Hobbs. Don't you think it's more than just Katie Hobbs? Don't you think that there's a lot of cheating, a lot of fraud going on out there? And do you think that Trump has just turned the other cheek? Think he's turned a blind eye? That's not Trump. As you've seen, he is a fighter. My guess is that there's a bunch of people on this. My guess is, here, I'll just tell you my guess. My guess is possibly before the end of the year, we could see these massive arrests. Now, I was hoping it happened in 2018. So who am I? I don't know. I'm not very good at guessing these things. Much more on Andrew McCabe's legacy of corruption. Now, I want you to see that word because that's in several of these headlines. But that was in the executive order back in January of, I just read the date, of 2017. In that executive order, 13818, I believe was the number. Specifically corruption or human abuse, as in sex trafficking and things like that. Much more on Andrew McCabe's legacy of corruption and lies to get Trump. All of those people, and there's a long list of them, that went after Trump, my guess is they're going to be rounded up. Again, they don't want the cockroaches running until they're ready to flip the light on, and then they catch them all at once. My guess is probably within 40, because they're not going to be arrested by ICE. We're not talking about illegal immigrants here. They're not going to be arrested probably by just police. Police will probably be helping. My guess is they'll be arrested by military, not just military police, but Marines and other people like that. And my guess is that they'll get them all within 48 hours. And also they will be watching all of the airports, all of the exit points to make certain that they don't let the cockroaches get away, you see. 15 years later, remembering the slaughter of 30 Americans, including 17 Navy SEALs in Afghanistan. Do you think that Trump has just turned a blind eye to this? Do you think he's just ignoring 30 people, 17 of them, Navy SEALs being slaughtered? Do you think that those people got away with that? I don't think so. I think the day of reckoning is approaching. Now, this is something I thought was interesting. And the word I want you to look at here is in the bottom right corner, and it's in the pink, and the word is treasonous. Okay, so I haven't looked it up, but my understanding, for someone to commit treason, we have to be at war. We have to actually declare war. Somebody probably check on that and send me an email. But I believe that's correct, if my memory serves me. But I want you to look at that word. Now let's read it. The U.S. has massive amounts of munitions, especially from certain types, which goes against my program yesterday, but I hope we do. Additionally, large amounts are being manufactured and shipped to the U.S. as needed. Okay. I thought we made our munitions, but shipped to the U.S. Defense companies are building the largest number of plants and factories in our country's history. Well, that's good, but you can throw all the money you want at it. But if we don't have everything it takes to assemble these very, very advanced munitions, we can't make them. Now, here's the point I wanted to get to. The leakers of these treasonous statements are being hunted down. Let me read it again. The leakers of these treasonous, so even skip the word treasonous. The leakers are being hunted down. You remember the reflecting pool? They went hunting down that. You remember Trump was not very happy with Jeanine Pirro for letting these guys go and not prosecuting them. So do you think if he's willing to go after it, he calls Jeanine Pirro into his office, wants to know why she is not prosecuting these people that tore up his reflecting pool, if in fact they did that. I don't know that they did, allegedly. But my point is, he's not one to turn a blind eye. He's not one to ignore it. He is one to go at, you do something wrong to Trump, he sues you. My guess is that he has a whole team of people behind the scenes, quietly working, filing these sealed indictments, and one day soon, he's going to flip the switch, turn the light on, and the cockroaches aren't going to have time to run. And there's going to be a massive roundup, probably all of them rounded up, just guessing, in 48 hours. Let's finish reading this. So the leakers of these treasonous statements are being hunted down. Long-term jail sentences will be sought. Isn't that kind of a little out? If he's just a normal president, isn't that a little bit out of his range of authority? He can ask someone in the right position to go and arrest these people, just like Jeanine Pirro. He can't make her prosecute them. That is, if he's a president under the all-capital United States of America with the 13 stripes and the 50 stars. But if there's a new constitution where, like Henry Groover was shown, he's given kingly powers, whom he would he slew, whom he would he kept alive, whom he would he lifted up, and whom he would he put down, like Nebuchadnezzar. So is that coming like the prophecies say? My bet is it's coming. My guess is probably before the end of the year. But again, I've been watching for this since 2018. So we will see. All right, let's go on. We're just about done. A short program today, probably. Human abuse and human trafficking. Remember, that's the two things that the executive order said. Either corruption or human abuse, meaning human trafficking. So, DHS, illegals among those busted in Operation Targeting, child sex offenders, and child exploitation crimes in Mississippi. Now, the thing I want to point out here is these articles are most of them in the last few days. So this is not something that's just started in the last few days, but it's increased. The question is, has it reached the point to where they're about ready to turn the light on? Are we about ready to see massive arrests? Are we about ready to see a new currency system, a new constitution, I don't know. I mean, let me read it again. Illegals among us, those busted in operation targeting child sex offenders and child exploitation in Mississippi. White House declassifies information on Comey's secret FBI investigation into Trump. Who's he going after? He's going after the people that went after him. Remember, I think it was yesterday's program where it says he was, Glenn Beck read it. He said that he talked to Trump. He said, well, the first time I was hunted, but now I am the hunter. In 2019, fired FBI Director Andrew McCabe admitted he opened a counterintelligence investigation into President Trump in May 2017. Executive order was signed in, I want to say December 17th. I want to flip back. Go back and check, and you can see. I got the date on there. Anyway, in May 2017, shortly after Trump fired Comey as FBI director, McKay was investigating whether Trump was acting as an agent of Russia. He knew he was not an agent of Russia. They were trying to take him out. But now the tables are turned, and he's about to take them out. McCabe was investigating whether Trump was acting as an agent of Russia. McCabe also opened a criminal investigation into Trump for possible obstruction of justice for firing Comey. This is the devil taking care of his own. Are we about to see the massive arrests? Well, I don't know. Trump has not called me and told me so. But as I look around, it's certain. Maybe there's more. Maybe there's more of the cockroaches they've got to round up before they flip the light on. I don't know, but it sure looks like it's getting close. I do not think it's gone away. Arrests. Now, here's my final point. Surprisingly few arrests have taken place. So, looking for voter fraud, federal government corruption, and human abuse was the question I asked of Gemini, is that whatever the Google AI is. Now, here's the interesting thing. I thought that I would like boom, 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 all of these. No. As you can see, it was very few. Now, yes, during the soccer matches that came in, they had a big bunch of busts over that, but not very many. That's the point. Not very many arrests have been taking place. Why? Because they're waiting for the time when they flip the light on and catch all of the cockroaches at once. Voter fraud. Yes, there's been 24 arrests of not a citizens, illegal voting. That's not what this is talking about. We're not talking about ICE arresting illegal people. We're talking about senators. We're talking about congressmen. We're talking about bankers, big people. Then human abuse and trafficking. It did say that during the 2026 FIFA World Cup that they got 900 suspects, rescued 180 victims. But that's not really what we're talking about. So here's my conclusion. Not many arrests nationally for corruption or human abuse, but military will not arrest, excuse me, that we're talking about a military arresting, not civil or police, that will be tried in military tribunals, not civil courts. For example, now this is the older article I wanted to bring up. This is back in March of 2018, military.com. When it comes to Guantanamo, Trump is truly the builder-in-chief. Now, let's go to the text of the article. Very interesting. The Trump administration has more than $200 million in new construction teed up for Guantanamo this year and next, combining new funding in the $1.3 trillion spending bill in existing projects. What did he do? Well, whatever he did, it's done by now. There's been other articles I've seen where it's not just Guantanamo Bay, but it's Diego Garcia and also Guam have really been upgraded. Well, why? Surprisingly, they're not filling them up with illegal immigrants. Who have they prepared them for? They prepared them for congressmen and senators and bankers and big business people that they plan to arrest. Let's keep going. So the biggest ticket item for the U.S. Navy base in Cuba in the so-called omnibus spending bill is $115 million for a new 848 troop barracks. Huh? 848 troops? Why do they have so many barracks down there? Because they're going to have a bunch of people down there. Well, why would they take them to Guantanamo Bay, to Guam, to Diego Garcia, which are prison islands? Why would they take them there? Because they're military tribunals. They don't have a right to remain silent. They don't have a right to an attorney. If you can't afford one is not going to be appointed for you. You go before 3 JAG military judges, and boom, you're judged. End of story. Yes, you can appeal, but you're pretty much wasting your time. A dive into the documents that underpin the spending bill that President Donald Trump signed Friday, declaring, nobody read it. It's only hours old. Some people don't even know what's in it. Indicates Congress did not fund a new $69 million prison for the 15 high-value detainees in Guantanamo Bay called Camp 7. It does, however, devote $66 million to a 150-prisoner jail. Why did he build it? I think that all the way back to 2017, 2018, this has been their goal. But I think that as they started unrolling the scroll, they kept finding more and more cockroaches. And the more they unrolled the scroll, the more cockroaches came out. And so they aren't done rounding up the cockroaches. They aren't done, just like the fraud, all of the fraud with all of this abuse, the stealing from the taxpayers. And then, of course, we had Musk go in with those Doge people. All of these people, they caught all of these people. Why haven't we heard about any massive arrest? Like the people that got caught with their hands in the cookie jar over Doge when Trump first came in. Whatever happened to them? We haven't seen massive arrests. Why? Because the light hasn't been flipped on. My guess is we're getting close to the light being flipped on and the cockroaches rounded up. Again, if you can help Prophecy Club, now would be a really good time. It's always lean in the summer. We hit red, I think it was Thursday of last week, and we are probably 48 hours away from it. It's a little embarrassing. Here we've been going for 33 years. You'd think we would have a following big enough to where we wouldn't have stuff. You'd think we'd have big, nice buildings. We don't. But anyway, God's blessed you and you can help us. I appreciate it. God bless you. If you don't want to lose your life's savings, if you have an IRA or a 401k, the thing to do is call 800-200-GOLD. 800-200-GOLD. These folks are Christians, and they specialize in helping people not lose their life savings in the event of a stock market crash and things like that. Look, most of the 401ks, most of the IRAs are in paper, backed by paper, and as Lindsey Williams says, if it's in paper, it's worth the paper it's written on. You can lose it all. 1-800-200-GOLD. 800-200-GOLD. Hey, give them a call. Doesn't hurt. Doesn't cost you anything. See if they can give you some good advice. When the suitcase nukes, I didn't say if, I said when the suitcase nukes go off, if you want your car to start, if you want your computers and your refrigerators and things like that, anything with a computer chip to work, you want to have one of these from EMPShield.com. EMPShield.com. And they have videos up there. It takes about 10 minutes to put on. It's not complicated at all. And if you use the word prophecy, promo code prophecy, you get a $50 discount, and it helps Prophecy Club.